always inclined to make history, but I never really had the time. Spent my life living dangerously, never worried how I'm getting by. I'm out here working, trying to do what I can. I'm out here sweating, dripping blood from my hands, doing what I'm good at, just doing what I'm made for, just doing what I'm good at, just doing what I'm made for. I know my money on my mind. Yeah, you bet I'm gonna have a good time. I know my money on my mind. Yeah, you bet I'm gonna have a good time. But I won't be trouble comes for me. It was always gonna find me out. I'm gonna keep on walking, taking what I need. Ain't nothing gonna touch me now. I'm out here working, trying to do what I can. I'm out here sweating, dripping blood from my hands.
So I was thinking about this story, and I keep thinking it's Berkeley, but it's not Berkeley. It's on the other side of the US in, what's that other famous university? Anyway, I was there with the circus, and they had this, I've got to figure out. So we were in Princeton. They had a few rehearsing spaces downstairs under the stage, and there was a room big enough for me to ride around on my bike. So before it generally went on with the circus, I like to get on my bike on stage. I get usually 10 minutes on stage to just warm up, get everything together to stay in the groove. And I find it super, super helpful. I try all the tricks out, and sometimes the stages, or every stage is different. So sometimes the stage is super slippery, so I've just got to deal with it. And anyway, back in Princeton, I had these rehearsal rooms downstairs. So it's like, cool. So I'm there. So I had my time on stage, and I'm just riding on my bike in the rehearsal room, and there's a couple of pianos in there. And Ania, the musical director, comes in and says, "Scott, do you mind if I play the piano?" And I'm like, please. Like, there's nothing better than having a live musician to work with. So she starts playing the piano. I start doing tricks on my bike, and we kind of don't realize that we're kind of listening and following each other. And oddly enough, the show director who tours with us came in and sat down, and usually they're really busy and always writing things down on their notepads or emailing on the computer or something. They're always really busy, and she just sits there and is just quiet. And then the artistic director of the circus comes in, and he's super busy, and he's always on his computer or always on his phone. And he comes in and just he gets out his computer and starts emailing, and then I notice he's stopped as well, and they're both just watching us for a good half an hour. And that's just, that's something that's like, what's going on here? They're just watching us. And I spoke to Ania about it, and we both sort of went, that was really cool. And Deb, the show director, comes up and says, that was really cool. And that's when we kind of thought, hey, maybe there's something in this. And so we thought about it for a while, and we had a few rehearsals, just Ania and me, and not even for working towards anything, just because we could, and because we knew it would be for something. I remember having a couple of rehearsals in the theatre in Canberra. A couple of years ago, this woman calls me up and says, hey, are you interested in doing a spot in White Knight Geelong? And I'm like, well, actually, now that you mention it, I've got this idea, and it's about me riding on my bike, improvising for half an hour to Ania playing on the piano. And we both don't know what we're going to do, but we both start and we go through this journey together. And she's like, love it. And so we performed in White Knight Geelong, and they loved it. And it's very artistic, very high art. Oddly enough, Ania was doing, because we're still in lockdown here, in Melbourne. We're allowed to exercise, so I'm exercising while I'm showing you this. Ania's doing a live stream of some piano playing. I'm like, hey, I wonder if I can hijack her live stream and do the man on a bike. And I was about to, but then I didn't. And I thought, oh, I better check with Ania first. And she's like, yeah, that's awesome. And so last night we did it. And I'll put the link down in the description because it's online already. I wasn't able to get Ania's music onto my stream, so I had the idea of you have a window with me on it and a window with Ania, because I was on YouTube, she was on Facebook, so you needed either two devices, one to point to her stream, one to point to my stream. Hopefully we can do it again and I'll be able to have her superimposed onto my screen and you'll be able to have her music as well. But anyway, I've made an edit, so you can see Ania playing, you can hear her music, and you can see me. The other thing was that for whatever reason, the camera was not focused. And so it's like, oh well, it is what it is, and you do what you can with what you've got. It was the first try, and I didn't think it sucked. That was exciting, because we did it. How awesome. Cool.